Hey everybody, welcome back to the show this week. My name is Dylan Fife.
My name is Anthony Hopper.
And we are coming to you with the best sports news this week. And we are talking about Selection Sunday, the best teams that made it, even the worst teams that made it. So we'll get to see what happens.
And we all know that we are looking for that Cinderella team that will magically make it to the finals. So let us know which one is your favorite team that you have in the brackets.
Yeah, so who do you have?
I really don't have a Cinderella team because I'm a Villanova fan.
You're a Villanova. Are you a bandwagon fan?
No, I'm not a bandwagon fan because I liked them when I was in high school. So that's way back in 2000. I started.
Where are they located?
I think they're somewhere in Illinois.
Illinois. You're from Cincinnati?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, why not go for Cincinnati?
Well, you know what? I like the Bearcats. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not the biggest fan of UC. But I like Villanova because of their colors.
Yeah, I would be pulling for Auburn or at least Alabama, but they're not even in it because they suck, and we all know that the state of Alabama is pretty bad in basketball for the most part. So, but Troy did make it. The Troy Trojans did make it, and they are very happy right now. So, congratulations to them. Yes, awesome.
And we all know Alabama is known for football, so to see them actually make it for the court and playing basketball is amazing.
Yes, of course your SEC teams did make it. Vandy, of course, Florida, and Kentucky. Yeah. And then you also have South Carolina, which is another one. And then Arkansas.
Surprise.
Yeah, surprise. So pretty much Villanova's in it, Florida State's in it, Duke, of course, and of course Kansas. For the most part, Kansas.
I like Kansas. I think they have a great chance at this. I watched them play.
They won like 13 conferences and like titles in a row. I don't know how they don't win the national championship.
Something's wrong.
Something is wrong. It's either coaching or the players. I don't know what
It is not the players because I saw two guards and those guards are great. When I say great, they're great on the break, the fast break, shooting from behind the arc, driving in the paint. Defense is like, wow, those two guards are exceptional players. So let's see what they do this year.
Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. But I'm picking Oregon to win it, and I've always said that Oregon deserves a little bit of a shot in basketball because they have been getting a lot better. Now, the teams in Pac-12 that did not make it, of course, we know who they are, and we'll show you who they are, of course. But this is going to be exciting March Madness, like March Madness is every year. Of course, if you remember that UNC, North Carolina, versus Villanova game, which is probably one of the best games, come out of history of mankind. Would you say so?
I would say it is the best battle since Troy. The Battle of Troy. See where I'm going with this? The horse. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, never mind.
No.
Anyway.
No, but speaking of Troy Trojans, yes, they won their conference title and they actually made it. So, congratulations, Troy. We will be pulling for you. I would call the upset. You know what? I'm going to call Troy and Oregon in the national championship. Who you got?
More so, I'll probably say Gonzaga.
Oh, yes.
You can't leave them out because they're a great team.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll probably say Florida State. Because you just never know when it comes to the March Madness because it's just crazy.
Free Shoe University. Okay, we understand. So, but in the meantime, we'll check up on you with this and we will tell you what is going on with the situation of who is going to make it and who's going on. So, you're a Bengals fan, right?
I am a Bengals fan.
Wow, so what did you think of the trades?
You know what? It's heartbreaking again this year that we are letting players go that we should keep because the offensive linemen we need to protect Andy Dalton and we need to open up holes for our running backs to run through those gaps because if we can't open up an A or a B gap, the linebacker's going to come in and stump our running back and our quarterback every single time. So I'm a little bit disgusted with some of the trades that we've done.
Well, I understand that. I'm an Aints fan, Saints. And we need a great offense, and I love Brandon Cooks. Recently been traded to the Patriots. How about that?
Oh, they had their eye on him for a long time. Even 2 years ago when he came out of Oregon.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, for the longest time, he's been wanting to go somewhere else. It's just that they've been hanging on to him way too much. And I think this is the right time for him to go there. And especially for Tom Brady, the Brandon Cooks. I mean, think about that next season.
That's
oh
a
my
great.
gosh.
That's a great hookup because think of it when Randy Moss went there.
Oh,
It was great.
yeah, undefeated until the Giants beat them in the Super Bowl.
Thank God for Eli. I
Yes.
love you, man.
Thank you, Eli. No, but for the most part, we're going to tell you all about the trades that happened in the past couple of days, and it's pretty interesting of who's going where. Let's start off with the releasing, of course, of who else?
Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler, the longtime Bears quarterback, and of course Vanderbilt. Go anchor down, you know. So he was released by the Bears, and it's kind of sad. It's like the end of an era.
It is the end of an era, but he wasn't that great at Chicago. I don't think he fit that offensive system that well. So maybe he'll end up somewhere else.
It wasn't his fault. I mean, he had receivers.
He had the receivers, but once again, the system. I don't care if you have great receivers, if the system does not work and the quarterback can't fit, it would never work.
You're probably right. But where did Alshon Jeffrey get traded to?
To the Eagles, which I'm happy for him.
Hey, how about that? Alshon Jeffrey going to get some passes from Wentz.
Yes, he will.
And that's going to be very interesting, I think, for the most part. And who else got traded, do you think?
You know what? It was Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson.
I think that's a great move because when I think about it, we can finally see that arm that Jameis Winston really had. Because Deshaun Jackson can stretch the field, and that also give Malcolm the chance to also stretch the field or play across the middle.
Oh, okay.
So you have two receivers that can either stretch the field or one can play the middle.
That's true, yes. Both can play the middle. And for the most part, Deshaun Jackson, he was with the Philadelphia Eagles at first time.
Yeah,
right?
his first time, yeah. And then went to the Redskins.
Yes. I remember the days of Michael Vick throwing to Deshaun Jackson in those early days.
I remember when Deshaun Jackson was just a punt returner.
Dude, that was... sorry, Giants fans. That actually... Greatest
That hurt.
comeback.
That was a hurt. Oh, God, yeah.
That was the greatest comeback I've seen in the NFL. Exactly. So, but with the rest of the list going on, there's so many of them, and of course the list starts at Brock Osweiler, Texans. He got traded to where?
He was traded to the Browns. The dog pound.
And Micah Hyde, safety for the Green Bay Packers, is going to the Buffalo Bills.
Jaquiz Rogers. Oh, he signed with the Buccaneers again.
Yeah. The list does go on with Russell Alku, and he was a offensive lineman for the Broncos, and he got traded to the Chargers.
And the Chargers actually need an offensive lineman for Phillip Rivers because Phillip Rivers is basically becoming glass now.
And then, of course, you get Brendan Williams, defensive tackle. He got a 5-year sign for $54 million.
That's a lot of money, but the Ravens really believe in a sound and solid defense.
Oh, this was an interesting trade. Can you tell me who that was?
Martellus Bennett, I was surprised. I was shocked that he actually loved Gronkowski's getting old. He's injury prone. You actually had Martellus Bennett that was actually a reliable tight end, and you let him go. Why?
For the most part, the NFL is trading off, and it looks like the draft is going to be interesting this year.
It will be.
It depends on who wants to be quarterback at Cleveland Browns, or who wants to be the offensive lineman for the San Diego Chargers, or who wants to be the winning team at Jacksonville Jaguars. Talk about something. But we haven't seen, Carolina put a move on. We haven't seen Tennessee Titans. We haven't seen anybody else. I mean, it's just been all these specific teams getting all these trades. And it might play a big part coming up the NFL draft.
Right.
So you never know. I did read an article saying that they think Carl Lawson and Montravius Adams of Auburn University might go to the Atlanta Falcons. Same defensive lineman.
You know what? That means Atlanta may have a repeat and actually win this year. Well, next year.
Well, depends on Tom Brady.
But defense win championships. If they continue to put the pressure on Tom Brady, Tom Brady is not that great. We saw the flaws during the Super Bowl, how Tom Brady cannot actually throw an accurate pass when there's someone in his space consistently. So, defense win championships, I think they can actually get their field.
They do.
If Brady get back.
Brady does get there. But we'll see what happens with the NFL.
Before we leave, I like to end on this note. Did you see that game with the Spurs and the Warriors?
Yeah.
Exactly. Wow. The Warriors actually need Kevin Durant, and I know a lot of you and a lot of people were screaming that, oh my God, I can't stand Durant, and I can't believe he's leaving the Thunder and going to the Warriors. Well, it actually seemed as though the Warriors really need Kevin Durant, and they need him to win games because they played poorly against the Spurs.
Well, that tells me that Kevin Durant should have gone to the Spurs for the most part, or stayed at the Thunder. But I understand how, Russell Westbrook.
Well, he's pretty upset with him, so I don't think they're not on talking terms at all.
They aren't.
They can't stand each other.
It's basically a divorce. It's pretty bad.
Heated.
It's very heated. But, of course, if you were watching the game Saturday night, the Spurs destroyed the Warriors. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was a really bad game. It just shows that anything can happen in the league. Steph Curry may have been the MVP last year, but just because he's the MVP don't mean that he can carry the team by himself. He's a great perimeter shooter. He's a great three-point shooter as well. They have Draymond. They have Klay Thompson. But a team is consisted of 5 players, not just 4, not just 3. And obviously Durant made a great impact, and it is obvious that he is a great player. And he's been playing great defense too this year. So obviously, without him there, people want to blow out the Warriors because they don't have that sound defensive player there that actually control the floor. So there are a few problems, but when we look at the Spurs, they actually are a solid team. Popovich does a great job coaching them and teaching them the fundamentals, and we all know fundamentals actually help you win games.
That's true. So we'll see what else happens. Of course, this was a semifinal kind of match. Kind of like a preview.
So, yeah, it's giving you an insight of what the actual the finals will look like when it starts in the West as they move towards the end of the season to the championship.
Yes, and whoever will be playing the Cavaliers in a couple of seasons. We all know the Cavaliers are going to go. Who else is going to play in the East? Who's going to represent the East?
You know what? I would love to see Derrick Rose, Dwayne Wade at Chicago tearing down LeBron James because LeBron is not that great. He's a crybaby. He has horrible dribbling skills. He's just not that player that everybody claims.
Derrick Rose is still at Chicago?
No, he's actually with the New York Knicks. I would love to see him back at Chicago, but I think it'll be a great chemistry. Butler, Rose, and you have D-Wade. I would love to see that. Oh, that'd be great.
He's dreaming, of course.
I am dreaming.
Yeah, Derrick Rose is no longer with the Chicago Bulls.
No.
But he's at the New York Knicks.
And they a bunch of bull. Yes.
Super high five? Okay. So, for the most part, we'll end on that note, and we'll catch you up on some more NBA. It's getting more interesting with the month of basketball and March Madness. And of course, in the month of April, we'll be talking about the NFL draft and seeing which team will get the best player.
The Cleveland Browns. They have the number 1 pick, 1-15.
I bet you they're going to trade up for something else. They're going to switch. They're going to entirely switch.
They have the first pick of the first round.
It doesn't matter. They're going to switch. They always do. You know they always do. They're going to do it. Have you not seen the movie, Kevin Costner and Jennifer Garner?
What's that movie?
It was where he's like the GM at the Browns.
Oh, I saw the preview, but I never got a chance to see it.
I saw that. That was very interesting. That actually made me believe that the Cleveland Browns were going to be awesome and how the whole NFL organization goes on. But they're never. We're like big Browns fans over here. We talk about the Browns a lot.
Well, it's a big story to talk about the Browns.
Every single day.
You'll be surprised the ratings they bring in Cleveland.
Of course.
A 28, 30 rating? That's what, 40,000, 50,000 some people watching them?
Yeah.
I know it's probably like 100-some thousand. Just think about the market size there.
Well, I mean, think about when the Saints were going to the Super Bowl. I mean, everybody around the country were talking about the Saints.
You saw what I started dozing off. It was a lot of bandwagoners then.
No, hey, no. Anyways, we'll catch up with y'all later. Remember, I'm Dylan Fife.
And I'm Anthony Hopper.
And we'll see you soon.